everyone, and welcome to our first After Hours episode from Studio Garlic. We have ourselves a great guest today, but first, a brief message from our sponsor. For our viewers in the United States, get yourself some high-quality THCA products shipped straight to your door from our sponsor, SasquaTHCa. Whether it's gummies, flour, pre-rolls, or syrup, get 25% off your next order by using code GURY at checkout. For today's episode, we have somebody that has been a huge part of our community since we started streaming. He's a Stake affiliate, a Kick streamer, and he has the biggest cob online. Straight from a hard day's work at the cornfield, today's guest is Redcorn. Redcorn, thank you so much for joining me today on our beautiful virtual set. You're the first one that gets to come on to here because you're the only real VTuber that I know.
Hey, lock in.
Tell me about how you came about becoming the Redcorn, both in name and in your character.
Well, it is a long story that I'm here to tell, brother. But actually what happened was I used to be called John Redcorn when I first started out streaming. I actually started over on twitch.tv, and I used to be called John Redcorn _ TTV. And I used to be into games, a lot of gaming, but I'm stuck. Nah, I had a lot of issues. I had a lot of issues with the John Redcorn, though, I will say. And I used to have a picture. If for those that don't know, John Redcorn is a character on King of the Hill. And my first profile picture was actually the character John Redcorn, and it was like overlaid on a Red Dead cover, and it was him holding the guns, and that was my profile picture for the longest time. And once I started actually getting some viewers and stuff, and people came in and was saying, is that John Redcorn, from King of the Hill and stuff, I actually just decided to rebrand and get off of the John Redcorn and just become, the actual Redcorn. That was before the outfits. That was before any of this. I just didn't want to get into any copyright trouble or anything in the future, because I have big plans. And I hope to make something for myself one day. So I took all the necessary steps, I thought, to begin with, to make sure that, if it was something in the end that
You want to
I
be
didn't
having
have
Mike
any
Judge.
issues.
Mike Judge
Yeah.
coming after you probably wouldn't be the best.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to be Blue Corn later down the line, or John Blue Corn or something. So.
Yeah. So when you were over on Twitch, how long were you over there? Like, what games were you playing? Were you did you ever do just talking with your people, or was it just going on there to play some games?
So I actually started out doing some Fortnite off the PlayStation is where the journey actually started. I used to sit in my room and I figured out I never had internet. For those that don't know, I'm a country boy. You might not can tell it in my voice much, but I was raised and born in the cornfield out in the country somewhere. And we didn't have internet until like 2020 is finally when we got internet. But I used to game a lot of offline gaming, Crash Bandicoot, Need for Speed, a lot of sports games, 2K, 2K was a lot, MLB. I think I just froze or something.
Yeah, you just froze for a little bit, but it's all good.
Okay, yeah, 2K, MLB, any sports game really other than football, I like to play. Then I got introduced to internet and I started playing Modern Warfare 2 on PlayStation 3.
Ooh, shit.
And that's when the journey really started. but I never streamed. I never streamed until I played Fortnite on PS4. And I used to play on a trash can, like a laundry hamper turned upside down with my little TV on it and my PlayStation underneath the TV stand.
Okay.
And that's what I did. That's how I used to play. And I finally upgraded, streamed just the basic story, man. Any little, I kept at it, told friends, told family, did a little bit of promoting, nothing serious. But once it started actually taking traction and I started getting some donations and stuff, I upgraded. I got me a little desk and I got me a new controller. And then I eventually got me I bought, I was young and dumb and I bought a lot of stuff to try to work around, back in the day.
Yeah.
Did not do it right because I didn't have a lot of money. I was
Mhm.
still like working 9 to 5, going to work doing AC. I'm sure you're going to ask me that later on, and I'll get to that. But when I would get off of work, I'd come home and play. So I didn't have much money. What money I had, I was going towards bills and my truck and stuff like that. But
Okay.
that's basically it.
Was there anybody that like you were watching back in the day that made you think like, yeah, I could go on and I could start live streaming, and that's something that I could really do? Or was it just something that was kind of like spur of the moment? It's like that just seems
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Just out of the blue, man. I honestly, like I said, I never had an internet, and I never really got to sit down and watch like people stream.
Hmm.
And I don't have any siblings either. Well, I do have siblings, but they never stayed with me. I was raised by my grandparents, and I was like an only child, even though I had two brothers.
Mm.
And even though I stayed with my grandparents, I was blessed. But it was I didn't have, I was raised old timey. I didn't have the internet, like I said. I didn't have anything like that. I had to go to bed at 9 o'clock when they did, just cause they're old and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was just really whenever we got internet and I could figure it out that I could live stream, I gave it a shot and I figured, why not? I'm sitting here playing anyway. I might as well. It might pop off. And eventually it did. And
Yeah. And
we're
so
here where we're at today.
what was it that kind of spurred your jump over to Kick? Because like you're still like obviously you're a stake affiliate, or is it a stake affiliate or partner?
I'm a partner with
All right,
Stake.
you're a stake,
Yes.
not to insult the cob, you're a stake
No, no,
partner. So
not at all.
obviously you're doing a lot of gambling streams, but you're also doing gaming over there, and I like you're not multicasting. So what made you want to do that jump from Twitch over to Kick?
Well, just I was well, just if you want me to be honest with you, I'm gonna give it to you as raw as I can. Um, I was kind of stuck. I felt like
Mhm.
Twitch is oversaturated, and I felt like I was nobody at the time, and I still try to treat everybody the same. Because I remember the days where I had one viewer and I didn't think I was going to make it. And the one viewer was the guy I was playing with. And, but it takes time
Yeah.
is the main key that I didn't realize in the future, whether I think now that I've been doing it for 4 years, going on 5 years now. Um, I think it was just all about time in the end, whether I moved to Kick or whether I stayed at Twitch. I think it's just about the effort you put in, and I'm freezing again. What is going on? But I think it's all about the effort you put in and the time you put in and just how well you try to make it in my opinion. I but the reason I left Twitch to say is because I felt like I was gonna get nowhere, and that's the reason why I left. Kick was brand new. I jumped over when it was fresh. I saw the opportunity, brand new platform. Uh, you know, anybody in their right mind would have took it. And a
Yeah.
lot of us did.
And so when I first met you, you were playing on Rainbet, and you had yourself a deal with the case opening site RainGG. Um, how how'd you get into that realm specifically? Like, did you just start reaching out to some of the affiliate what would it be, like the affiliate reps, and basically
Mhm.
just say, I love your website, want to play on it? Or was there somebody else that got you, like gave you that foot in the door to pave the
Act-
path towards you getting those
Actually,
deals?
the Rain GG, um, I think he's the owner. His name is Yith. He actually reached out to me, and I don't know if they were. I think they were just maybe loading up to be in a casino, or just getting started advertising good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just starting to make a name for myself over at Rainbet, and I had a good friend, Michael Cruz. He's actually got a case on Rain GG and was partnered with him for a long time.
Nice.
If I'm not mistaken, though, I think he might have put in a word for me. I had asked him, I did ask how about getting a sponsorship there.
Yeah.
And he said it was tough, but he would put in a word for me. And that's when I'm assuming that's when you've, reached out in courtesy of Michael,
Yeah.
Big shout out to Michael Cruz. If you watch this, Michael, I appreciate you for getting me started at Rain GG. It was a great journey for me, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. Shout out to Michael. So, and like obviously you've progressed enough that you're now at what most, if not all, would consider as the biggest gambling platform online.
Stake.com, baby, the best. The best.
Stake.com, code
The
Redcorn.
best. Code Redcorn, baby. Use it.
Um, have you seen much of a difference in your ability to kind of like reach new viewers since you've made that switch from the lesser known platforms to now Stake?
It comes with pros and it comes with cons, believe it or not. Um, the cons is some people like going to casinos that are new. Some people only look for, uh like Rain Bet and I would say maybe Gamba and Rays, those who are not quite established yet, I guess, to try to earn a quick buck or find like a glitch in the system. A lot of people are out uh to try to do that. And I have encountered quite a lot of people. Like I have encountered so many different types of people, man. Good, bad,
Yeah.
scammers, all kinds, and it's just the truth. And I mean, I don't know if you want me to say that or not, but
No,
I mean, it's just the
hey,
reality of it.
brother, in case I didn't say it, I'm going to say the same thing to you that I said to Blonde Rabbit. You could say literally whatever you want. You could curse as much as you want. You could talk as much shit as you want. The only thing is don't break YouTube TOS. So, as long as you're not doing that, I'm perfectly fine, you know?
I don't really know how to break YouTube TOS. I think we'll be
Honestly, I
good
only know
on
one
that.
way, and that's saying the N word, and I don't think that either of
Well,
us have a problem with doing
you
that
won't
today.
have to worry about it. You won't have to worry about that, brother. I promise. I
um,
promise you there.
and
Okay.
no, but you're bringing up a good point about how like there's a lot of people out there, both in the like the streamer side of things, but then also the viewers that are looking to take advantage of people within this industry, because obviously it's an industry where people are using what is assumed to be expendable money to more than likely just go and lose it. And so a lot of people see that as an opportunity to be able to like make their quick buck off of people
Yeah.
like you or some of your viewers. Um,
Yeah.
how do you avoid that? Like obviously you can't just get rid of everybody that comes in and asks for a tip, or everybody that comes in. And this is something that I've seen you having to deal with, especially recently, is people that just incessantly make calls nonstop. Like, and they, even if you end up not getting a good win off of one of their calls, they're still asking for a tip. How do you like deal with that without just crashing out every single time?
Well, it comes with the time, you know what I mean? I mean, you sort of learn to deal with it
Mhm.
after it happens so many times. But the way that I look at it and I guess I try to acknowledge it first is to give everybody the initial chance. You
Yeah.
know, they give everybody the initial first chance to show who you really are. Like there's a good friend of mine who I used to be real close with, and we kind of just fell off, unfortunately. But um, he does this thing where when somebody joins and instantly asks or instantly types a keyword or instantly gives a slot call or something, he'll say, uh "Oh, hey, Garlic, I'm doing fine too. Thank you for asking." Or, you know, just kind of rubs it in their face, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to start to do that. And you know, I'm not doing it necessarily to be mean. I am being mean, but I'm also doing it to try to snap them into reality. Like, hey, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should have a conversation first, or you know, maybe he's right. You know,
Yeah.
maybe I am doing this a lot, and he's the first one to call me out. And it's not necessarily to hurt their feelings, but to, you know, kind of advise them to, hey, what you're doing wrong, you know.
Yeah. It's like
And
tough
that's what I'm
love.
here for. That's why I put the outfit on in the end, is to not hurt anybody's feeling, is to be as blunt as possible without breaking the lines and crossing those TOS. You know, like
Yeah.
I feel like I can be a lot more stern and a lot more like upfront with you with the costume on. And it's kinda like hiding behind a mask, you know? But, I mean, there's some crazy people in the industry, and I don't want at the end of the day, I don't really if I say something mean or out of the way to you that's rude, I don't want you to get butt hurt and try to come find me, you know?
It's okay. I'm sure Redcorn's packing some heat in the gun department, so I'm sure that you'd be able
The
to defend
cob is
yourself.
loaded.
But that's actually a really good segue over into one of the questions I have pre-prepared is, um, you're you're doing something that is unique from other VTubers. I mean, like the Burnt Peanut went huge last year, and he won Streamer of the Year or
I
VTuber of the
love
Year.
burnt peanut. Burnt
And
peanut's my guy.
I don't
Yes,
think that
sir.
there's a single person in America that's been on any social media that doesn't know who that guy is at this point.
Yeah,
And
at least.
so I'm assuming that you took some inspiration off of him when it came to making this character of yours. Uh what's the big, like you were talking about how you can be a little bit more blunt, a little bit more uh but what's a good word for it? A little bit more real than when you're wearing your costume versus when you're actually on camera. Are there any other like big differences that you see between your actual physical person being on camera and you being the corn?
Uh, I mean, at first it was a big transition. Yeah, it's a big transition for anybody.
Yeah.
You don't know how your community is going to act going from a real camera to essentially just a corn on the screen, but a model, you know, and there's two different types of categories that like that people watch, and it's the VTuber category and it's real life people category.
Yeah.
And it's real life people category. And it's it's just I had to take that leap. I had to take the leap and see, you know, I could always turn it off, you know, at a click of a button. I could always turn it off. But I've started to enjoy it. And and to be honest, I haven't lost any viewers or any community members that I had. We're still all cobs at the end of the day, and I love each and every one of them. I mean, without those guys, without each and every one of my community members, I won't be where I'm at today. And there's been some who's came and gone, and there's been some who's been here since the very first slot that I've spent, the very first bet that I placed.
Yeah.
You know, and or even the very first gaming stream that I've loaded up. I still got a couple guys who come around every now and again who's not into the gambling, but they still like to come in and say hey and show a little bit of support when
Yeah.
they can. And to me, that means a lot, which has got me back into wanting to do more gaming. And I recently got into card openings. I'm getting into Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
And I want to push myself to do a little bit of like IRL stuff as well. But we'll
What
see how that goes.
do you have any ideas for the IRL stuff? What are you looking at doing?
Um well, I don't know if you had a question on this, but I've actually started my own business. I was fortunate enough to um actually retire from working and do the streaming gig as a full-time job. And I have been it's just been a blessing. I get to spend time here with my kids. I get to watch them grow up every day. I don't have to send them off. I don't have to worry about if somebody else is taking good care of them or not. I know if they're getting taken care of.
Yeah.
I don't have nobody to tell me what to do. Let's not forget that that's a good thing. Huh? I'm my own boss. I get to wake up when I want to wake up. But it's not like that though. Let's not get it twisted. Even though you get to do that, being successful in this industry, you have to be strict on yourself. You
Yeah.
have to be strict on yourself, and you have to stay intact. And I'm learning to be better at staying on task and doing stuff that I need to do. But it's also because I'm seeing progression on my stream.
And you've been seeing some good growth with your stream too. Like I was going to say that like when you first started doing the corn, it was mainly just it was just you. It was you on screen as a cob. But now, like especially recently, you've been adding a lot more to your character when it comes to like how you're reacting to things that are happening, even when it's like a bad slot. Like I have to bring it up today when you got off stream. You did a 0 bet on Kino, 1 spin, and you hit it. And then you're like, all right, boys, bye. And then you just ended stream.
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
Once again, I want to thank SasquaTHCa for sponsoring this episode. Get your federally legal THCA products by going to SasquaTHCA.com and get 25% off of your next order by using code GURY at checkout.
Once again, man, I really appreciate you bringing me on, brother. It's
No,
nice
of course,
to be here
dude.
today.
I appreciate you being here. I understand that like we're not like a Joe Rogan podcast or anything like that. But the way that I think about it is that if you look back to when Joe Rogan first started, he was off of a laptop with no mic, and they were fucking around with video filters like
Hey,
the entire
I told
time.
you, it all takes time, man.
Exactly.
No matter what it is, it just takes time.
Exactly. And like that's one of the things that I've been trying to kind of come to grips with it, because like last year I spent so much time. I mean, like you've been a part of our community on Kick for a year and a half now. I
Yeah.
can't remember when you first came in, but you were one of our first viewers. Like I know that you were there before we even hit 300 followers. So, like we spent so much time on that side of the content creation pool that like going into doing something like this feels a little bit weird, because there's no instant gratification, there's no chat to talk to, It's like it just feels odd, to be honest, to be in a position where I'm making content like this where it's not instantly consumable. So that's something that I've been trying to get my head wrapped around, especially because I'm getting fucking great guests. I got Blonde Rabbit for the first episode. I got you for the second.
Well, you got
And
good connections, man. Like I
that
said, I don't.
that's
I
something
still
that
think, and
something
I'll
since
tell
I
you
was a
this,
kid, when I was in
and
high
I'm
school,
sorry for
people have told
interrupting
me
you.
is that I am a great networker. Like I can go out and make a friend with anybody. So
100%.
I've been trying my best to leverage that, but like obviously there's certain people that I want to associate myself with, and then there's certain people that's not. If I knew Boss Man Jack, I wouldn't be bringing him on here to smoke crack. Like I wouldn't be doing that. Um, and there's certain like
Uh,
gambling creators out there. Like obviously these first two episodes were with stake affiliates, but there's certain gambling creators out there that I just don't want to, like I don't want to expose who they really are to the audience, because like I don't like who they are as a real person. Like their on-stream personality is completely different, but yours is the
yeah,
same.
I try
So
to be.
yeah,
I try to be with everybody that I meet, man. Like I said, I'm the same person in the corn, out the corn.
yeah,
You know, the corn is just for looks.
yeah. No, like people really downplay how important it is to be authentic with like who you are online, especially when you're building communities like this. Um, Nothing's worse than when you like end up really liking a creator and then you have a chat with them offline and they're just absolute cunts. Like nobody nobody likes that, you know?
Yeah. Well, another thing too is I just couldn't imagine putting on a fake persona every day, and then like having a bad day or something and then not being able to perform.
Yeah.
And then it just throws everything off, the mood's not right, everything's off.
So we've talked about your venture into the cornfield to become the king cobb. What
Mhm.
were you doing before you started streaming? Did you have like a creative outlet that you were saying that you play video games and you didn't have internet, but did you have some sort of creative outlet?
I didn't have anything, brother. I didn't have anything. I worked, um, I did HVAC. I went to school for HVAC, actually. I didn't finish school all the way. Um, Unfortunately, we got flooded
Mm,
where my cornfield got flooded here during the hurricane that we had, right after I finished high school and I went to school for HVAC.
mm-hmm.
We actually got flooded, and
Shit.
during that time, the college and stuff had renovations and stuff, so we were out of school, and that's really when HVAC picked up because everybody had to have their HVAC replaced. Everything got wet, everything got
Yeah.
destroyed. Um, but it, the HVAC field is something that is overlooked. I would say it takes a
Yeah.
lot of knowledge to do HVAC work, and it's never gonna go away. And nobody's gonna like to be hot or cold for
No,
long.
exactly. Like no, like this is the thing. I went to university. I wish that I went to a trade school. Like the skills that you picked up learning HVAC repair are immensely more valuable than the things that I learned when I went to university. And that it's literally just proven by the fact that you're able to find a job in your field. Like my job in
Well,
my field would be PR. Like
Well, luckily, I did enough of that HVAC to, which brings me back to my business. I was able to start my business, and that's hoping what if everything craps to bed here with this corn, you know, hopefully I'll have something to fall back on. And the HVAC has taught me a lot of stuff along the way, like you was talking about in the construction field. I mean, I should be able to, if something was to happen and we was to go into some sort of apocalypse,
Yeah,
I should be able to build and survive with whatever I need to.
absolutely. And like also it's very important that you are looking at that route of what you can do. Like say that steak just goes belly up, nobody knows what's going to happen. Um if that ends up happening, you at least have a route towards making a living for yourself and like providing for your family. And there's not a lot of people that are within the industry that have that really. A lot of them would be they're not even focusing on making other forms of content. They're just all they do is gamble. And like we were talking about this with Blonde Rabbit, that's like an incredibly dangerous way to approach content creation because
And
gambling it could
oof,
ruin people's lives.
I have been down the rabbit hole many times in the gambling world, and it's just about it just about breaks you down. Luckily, I have been saved. Luckily, I have been saved, but it doesn't always happen that way. It
Yeah,
does not always happen that way. And I would like to preach, always gamble responsibly. And a lot of people make fun, there is no responsible gambling. If you're doing it, you're there to begin with and this and that. But that's not the mindset to have. Don't gamble with more than you can afford to lose.
yeah,
Don't do it as a not everybody gets blessed, like me, and like I can never say it enough. I don't know what I would do, if it wasn't for I could not do this every day if it wasn't for steak,
yeah.
or the past deals that I had. It's just I don't know how people do it every day. That is actually, bringing it in. They need to be investigated, huh? They need to be investigated, huh?
No shit though. Like, and I can tell you this from personal experience. It's like the last year, we streamed every day for around 8 or 9 months. I'd have to go back and double check that. But when you go back and you just actually compile how much money that is, even at $50 a day, there's a reason why we're not doing it now. It's because
Yeah.
like I had my preset amount of money that could be used for gambling streams, promoting the stream, stuff like that. Once that ran out, I what am I going to do? What like am I going to start taking money out of shit that I need for my actual life so I could gamble? It's not like
That's
that.
And don't do that because I've
Yeah.
done that before. And like I said, I've been saved, and it ain't always like that. But
Yep.
there's times where I haven't been saved too.
You're saying that you've been
There's
saved. What's been your biggest win?
biggest win. I don't know. Probably I hit for like 20K. I hit for 20K is probably the biggest win. I hit
On
at 20K.
on a slot?
I had this one week like a couple months ago that it was just an unbelievable streak. I had never been on a hot streak like this before in my life. And I actually risked, like when I thought I was on the streak, I risked it with the higher bets and it paid off. Like
Damn.
I've
But
been doing it for a long time. So I know when the little streak was happening, I was like, I better take advantage of it and
yeah.
see. And like in 3 clicks, it happened. And 20K got us a steak dinner and baked potato, boys. I tell you that. I tell you that.
Was that on a slot or was that through Keno? What was the game?
Keno. I
I
love
had
it.
the I had the Keno
I can't
Queen
get
for the
off of
first
it.
episode, the Keno King for the second.
We should go head to head. We
Dude,
should go head to head.
I don't know if you
I
want I don't know
challenge
if you
Blonde
want
Rabbit
that
at the Keno.
smoke, dude.
I want the crown. I want the crown.
Yesterday I
I am
watched Rabbit. She was down to $300 and she ran it up to 4K twice on Keno.
That is crazy.
Dude, she
Okay.
does this
You
thing
might be
where
the
like
queen.
she starts with 1 2 3 5, and when that hits she switches it to 2 3 4 5. And yesterday that like it did it twice where it was within like 9 spins of each other that it hit, and it was on
You've
eight
heard me
dollars
you've heard me tell you before though, it happens a lot between 10 spins. It happens
Yep.
to back to back. I tell you, I've told you that.
I've been trying Keno recently, especially with my daily dollars from US, but good fucking god, I cannot hit shit.
Yeah, it is a master mini try, but
Yeah.
only a few can conquer.
So when it comes to like your future content creation efforts, is there anything that you're wanting to get into that isn't gambling related? Like I know you were saying the cards you've been ripping packs recently. Is that going to be
Yeah,
like a new avenue that you're looking to kind of venture into?
maybe not. Honestly, probably not on the content side. Probably that's probably just like an offline me. You know, I'm really searching for like 3 cards.
Hmm.
So once I find those 3 cards, my cards got destroyed in those floods I was telling you about. So
Hmm.
I had a lot of stuff that got ruined, and just getting those childhood memories back is really what I'm after.
Oh, okay, so you're
And
you're approaching it more as a collector.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now, when I first started this a couple weeks ago, it was a money grab. I was in it to try to grab the money.
Yeah.
And then after I pulled that first pack open, I messed around and bought a retro pack. And whenever I pulled the retro pack open and I seen all those old cards again, and it just like I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna sell these even if I do. Unless it's like some ungodly amount of money,
Yeah,
somebody can
like
have
Black
this card
Lotus.
for
Yeah. And is
And
it
then,
is it just Yu-Gi-Oh or are there other ones that you're also looking into?
uh, well, I tried sports. Like this is all within the. I used to collect baseball cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards was the two, and Pokemon cards. Um, this was before Pokemon cards was a big hit or whatnot, though, and those also got ruined in the flood. And
Gotcha.
ever since I started back buying them, I did buy back a Pokemon cards, I did buy a pack of baseball cards, and I did buy some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And out of the three, the Yu-Gi-Oh cards is what seemed to, you know, what I seem to like the best. So that's just what I've been buying.
Gotcha. Is you said that there's 3 cards that you're looking for. Which 3 cards are those?
Um, Dark Magician, number one, Summon Skull, number two, and Celtic Guardian, number three.
Do you know how crushed I am at the fact that I literally had all 3 of those cards on the original run for Yu-Gi-Oh? Like I had those
Yeah,
in a deck that I would take to school to go play Yu-Gi-Oh with people.
yeah.
Now I don't know where they are.
That's that's crushing, bro. I used to have all of those as well. I had the God cards, and like I said, those are nice to have, but I just like Summon Skull, Dark Magician, and the Celtic Guardian are my
Gotcha.
3 favorite.
You know what would
But I
probably be
have pulled
interesting
some
is
really cool
watching.
ones since. I
Oh,
pulled Blue Eyes White Dragons. I pulled a couple more that I will just show you a picture of or something later on.
yeah, for sure. I will. We could probably get that added into the video so that people can we could throw it up on the TV up in the back. um,
Hey, okay,
what would be
nice.
probably interesting is watching you play the online game for Yu-Gi-Oh. If you know like the game at least
Yeah,
with a
I actually have
passing
it.
understanding, I would sit there and watch you play some Yu-Gi-Oh. It's time to duel.
Really? Yeah.
I'd probably play
Well,
Yu-Gi-Oh with you. I mean, like I've been
it
playing a
is
lot of Hearthstone,
multiplayer.
so
It is
you know,
multiplayer.
yeah. I mean, like, and my main thing, the thing that got me out of doing trading card games when I was younger was the people, was the amount of like. There's a lot of rule sticklers. There's a lot of rule breakers, like people that
Yeah.
just fuck around the entire time, and it takes away the fun of the game at the end of the day. So, doing it online would probably be a lot more entertaining to me because everybody's stuck to the same rule set, and you can't do like a homebrew rule
Yeah.
where it
You
only
can't.
favors
Oh,
you.
I moved 2 spots because it turned yellow. My rule. You know.
No, exactly. It's and Morgan. he was big into Magic. That was his bread and butter when we were younger. I couldn't. The people took it so incredibly fucking seriously, and I was just trying to be there to have fun and learn the game. But when you have people that are like, when it's their life, winning at the local card shop is their pinnacle. There's no real point of entry into that because nobody's going to teach you how to be good at the game or play well, build good decks. They're just going to lead you along to be a shitty player so that they keep on getting wins.
Yeah, it all comes with once again, it all comes with time. It all comes with time.
No, exactly. And so we were talking a little bit earlier about content, and you said that you're not going to be doing like the ripping packs as your form of content. Is there anything on your mind of what you could do in the future that you know, maybe expand the community a little bit, or are you still kind of working on that?
I actually got a lot planned that I would like to do, like a lot planned. Now these are just ideas though, of course, but if I can get Mr. Elon to hook me up with a Starlink, I would like to put one on my truck, and I've actually looked into getting a Starlink to put on my vehicle because my job, my business that I opened up is basically lawn care / construction.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to do some IRL content and maybe live stream that if I could get the Starlink. Other than getting the Starlink though, I just don't know how like a live stream would be possible, you
I
know,
think
for
that
what I'm trying to do.
I think that you'd be
But
surprised at how many people would actually really like to watch content like that. Like,
well, I
there's
love people cutting grass. There's people
Yeah.
that cut grass on TikTok that like I love watching the stripes. I love watching people like Edge and stuff like that. It amuses me. Like I
Yeah.
find it satisfying, and I really enjoyed nice work. I appreciate nice work, and I know other people do the same. And if I can show nice work, I know people will appreciate that, and it will get views.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the biggest thing that stops people from being able to be successful with certain types of content is actually just making it. Like they'll get so into their heads about, well, nobody's going to want to watch this, or you know, this isn't going to blow up and make me the biggest content creator on this platform, so what's even the point in doing it? But at the
It
end of the
don't have
day,
to. It don't have to. That's what a lot of people don't realize is just
exactly.
turn the camera on.
As
Just
long as
turn the camera
you're
on. You
in
got to start from somewhere.
Yeah, and as long as you enjoy the content. Like the way that I think about
Yeah.
it, I forgot, somebody surely said this before, but like if you like something, there's going to be 1,000 other people that like it too. So if you're making content that you like, you don't have to worry about it. Like, you don't have to worry about whether or not people are going to like it. You just need to figure out a way to get that in front of the people that will like it, the people that are like-minded to you. And
Yes. Something you're comfortable with.
yeah,
That's the number one key that a lot of people don't do is they try to fall into the niche or the on the same train as what's popular
yeah,
at the moment. And that's not always it works sometimes according on your personality and how well you can like I don't know the word I'm looking for here adjust to what you're trying to do, I guess you're
mhm,
trying to say, but the key part is if you're having trouble is do something that you enjoy. Do
yeah,
something that you have no issue talking about, that you don't like, that you know about 100%, like something that you have knowledge about, so it's that you're not going in empty handed. So you're not just like I tried the card content. I ain't gonna lie. I tried doing a live stream opening the packs.
mhm,
You know how I am. I'm not a quiet guy. I don't believe I've shut up on this podcast hardly any. If you go back and watch the card opening stream that I did, I hardly said anything because I didn't know what I was doing. I
Yeah.
didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to jump into something that everybody else knows about, and I don't know about it, so I'm not able to do that, and I'm not going to try. I'm not going to try until I learn more, maybe. But
Yeah.
until then, it's not in the boat. It's
No,
not in motion for the ocean.
this is I've been gassing you up recently, but it's because I truly do believe it. It's like I feel like that you're just kind of at the start of your climb to prominence here. Big reason why is because you understand like complex, like I wouldn't say that's complex, but like nuanced views on creating content like that. It's like you actually understand that while like you'll make the risks that of doing content that you're not comfortable with, and when you realize that it's like this is just something that I just don't want to do, you go back to doing something that you actually enjoy doing. And
Yeah,
I feel like that translates really well with the community that you've been able to build, which you have so many people that are regulars that come back, and not just like just for your stream, but these are people that have come over from other streamers. Like I've seen like Bad Rude Boy, he was in your stream
yeah,
today. Also saw him in Brittany Corpse stream yesterday. Or there was another person that came over from Blonde Rabbit's stream, dropping her emotes. It's like you're actually like you're building a community of people that are fans of streams, not just of you, and you're taking away, quote unquote, this is famine thinking, but you're taking a piece of that market share of their attention, their that market share of attention from these people. And I legitimately I think that a large reason is just because of how genuine you are. Like people know when they come in to watch a Redcorn stream, they're going to get Redcorn. Like they're actually going to get you, and not some characterized or bastardized version of who you really are.
yeah,
So I've said this a lot. I think that the sky's the limit for you. Like the main thing is just figuring out how to build that good team around you, so that like I'll tell you from personal experience, going out and seeking opportunity yourself gets fucking tiresome. It's like
it does.
you need those people that are around you that could be like, hey, you might be able to do a collaboration with this person. Or hey, once you have your lawn care thing open, people within your area being like, I know this one person down the street that doesn't never fucking cuts the grass at all. Maybe you could go over there and make content out of doing that. And
Yeah.
that's where I see you heading. So
Well, that's the
um
goal, is that maybe I can start doing stuff for free for
yeah,
people. It's like going out and cutting their lawn, and maybe if they just let me record it, then I won't charge them anything.
yeah,
That's what I'm looking for, really. If they and I've seen plenty of pages that actually do that,
yeah.
and that's something that I enjoy. That's something that I know about, and
Yeah.
that's just something that I could talk to you all day about the grass being cut now.
I'm allergic to grass, so I'm
I'm
the
not.
opposite. I
Ah.
can't cut grass at all.
You can smoke it though. Ah.
Hey, you are correct. I even though that we're not streaming much on Kick, we've reduced ourselves down to like one a week, really, just because I still do want to be able to connect with the people that come in to watch our streams and stuff like that. But I still consider us King Stoners a Kick. I haven't seen a single person be able to rip Graham dabs the way that we have.
Bro, and giving props to you boys, where props is due. I would say that is exactly true, because there's a lot of people who come that I have heard of, and whether you guys know this or not, you guys get talked about quite a bit too. Um, and it's because of the 420 activities that y'all guys partake in.
Yeah,
And I think that for you guys, I mean, is a big part, of the community there. And big shouts out to you guys for what y'all do, and Sasquatch THC for making this happen today.
No, exactly. Shout out to SasquaTHCa. And you know, when we first started, like I was coming off of I wouldn't call it TikTok fame or whatever, but I was coming off of being a TikToker where I have 83,000 followers over there. I was mainly doing like travel content and covering UFC related topics. And it got to the point where it's like Morgan could attest to this. We were in Vegas and there was people that were recognizing me from my videos, which was fucking weird. Like really weird.
I
And
haven't been recognized yet, so
hey,
you got me beat there.
hey, you know what? We take you to Vegas, and I guarantee you we'll find somebody that remembers the old Redcorn days before the Cobb came out. um, but when we started doing streaming, one of the main things that we really wanted to do is to make it feel like I don't know if when you were younger if you partaked in the devil's lettuce at all, but one of the big things was like just going over to a friend's house and chilling. Like you just go over there, you smoke a bowl, you're watching YouTube, sitting on the couch, chopping it up. That's what we wanted our streams to feel like. And
Yeah.
especially, I feel like, you know, not to talk too much shit about ourselves, but I feel like especially with this last year, we kind of got a little bit lost in trying to make doing gambling streams profitable. That we we were foregoing that aspect of like we're just here to kind of chill out with people. And
Yeah.
you know, I
It's
had
easy to
to
get lost in.
I have to place blame somewhere. It's the fact that like our goal is to get that verification mark on Kick. Like getting that check mark is huge for any creator because it shows these guys are serious about what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And like especially when we had to deal with RainBet, especially when we had to deal with RainBet, that's when we started seeing ourselves inch closer and closer to that. So we kind of got lost in doing purely gambling content and not anything else, which and like it's something that I have to get over right now. It's like I going on to play Hearthstone with 3 people watching, I have to get over the fact that that's counterintuitive to us getting that check mark. But it's something that I actually want to fucking do. It's like I don't want to go on and lose money every day. I can't. I physically can't do it anymore. So like that's sorry, I'm just kind of trauma dumping now. That's just something that I'm trying to get over with when it comes to doing the streaming. And it's part of the reason why we're doing things like this today is because like this is what I want to do. I want to be able to connect with people that are online and kind of talk about their stories, and especially when it comes to the combat sports athletes. Coming up soon, we're going to be doing an interview with one of my friends from up in Idaho who just won her first regional title. Very excited for that. My big goal is to get Max Holloway onto one of these. Which if you didn't know, oh shit, punch the mic. Which if you didn't know, he's the BMF title holder for the UFC. I feel like this is good for my mental health almost, is to be able to sit down and have conversations with people like you.
Yeah, well, it's nice to be in front of the camera and not have to be gambling.
Yeah.
Or to try to, impress somebody too. It is also nice to just sit here and have a friendly conversation with a good pal of mine.
Exactly. No, and I mean, impress anybody. You're looking dapper in that fucking suit, my guy.
Hey, I
You're out
appreciate
here
it. I
looking.
dressed up for you today.
Yeah, you're looking dapper, and
Yeah.
this is I forgot to bring this up earlier, but it's something that you put a lot of effort into is getting new costumes for your character. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to, but you should show off a couple of them, some of your favorites.
Yeah, I brought in a couple if you don't mind. Just let me go change real quick and
Yeah, for sure.
I can let me see what I packed in the suitcase. I don't know what all I brought today, but hold on. I may can see.
It'd be really cool. I obviously me and you use the same program. You're the one that got me into doing the VTuber outfit. It would be really cool if we could set it up somehow where it's like VR, where it's like you could actually physically put your thing on, take it off things like that. I think that
Yeah.
would be really interesting.
I'll have to up CK's pay for sure.
Shout out to CK,
Yeah,
actually.
shout
That
out to
dude.
CK, bro. What are we doing? Let's hey.
There we go. Now he just needs to
I
make it
did
so you
bring a
can honk
couple.
the
I did
horn,
bring a
dude.
ah. Wait. Well, I got the little I got the soundboard for the horn.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Outfit, are you am I live? Am I back?
Yeah, no, you've been on this entire time, but the clown
Oh,
outfit
okay.
is so you have that Sean O'Malley hair.
Yeah, this I got a couple of them, man. I want you to let me know which outfit you think is the best so far. And I'm not sure if I brought them all or not, but out of the ones that we brought today, let me know which ones you think is the best. All right.
Okay, not
All
a
right, we
problem.
got the clown outfit. Let me see what else I got in here. Oh, I got the Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z. We've got the hairstyle here. This
God, they
is
look
when we're
so
going Super
good.
Saiyan. It does. He took CK done really good on these, man. Big shout out to CK again. Let's see what else I got. Oh, I got a wand. I brought a wand. That's right. I did bring a wand. Let's see. Oh, I work at the Krusty Krab too. I work at the Krusty Krab too. I forgot to tell you. I can also I can move the spatula to the front whenever I'm ready to cook. But for right now, we're just gonna keep it in the back pocket.
It's in
Okay.
the holster.
Next, I got me a Santa outfit. Mm-hmm.
With
Whenever
the
it's time
mic
for
too. That mic is fucking awesome.
Yep. So the mic is actually it's a corn mic.
Yeah.
I planted this out back. It took about 3 days. The bottom half is reconstructed microfibers from the husk, if you didn't know. But it does the job. It does the job. Let's see what else I got in here. It's
Oh,
getting Halloween. Hey, Cupid. Hey, we got Cupid corn in the building for all you love birds out there.
hey,
Let's
a
see
little
what else we
preview for
got.
Valentine's Day right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's exactly what I got it for. That's exactly what I got it for was a Starlight Princess. Have you
Oh
seen?
my god.
I don't know if you've seen any of these. I don't know if you've seen any of
I
these.
haven't seen that one. The Starlight one is
You
fucking
haven't seen the
awesome.
Starlight Princess one? Let's see.
Oh
And then I
my
got the
god.
regular Halo. And I
Beautiful,
got
just
just a regular Cobb. You know, no
yeah.
clothes on. I can take my clothes off. Let's see. I got me a cape. And there's also an outfit. Let's see if I can find the outfit that goes with this cape. Hold on. Oh, there's my hat for my wand. Maybe I can get my wand back. But I did find my fidget spinner. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, my hat. I found my hat. Hey, big shout out to Mountain Dew Baja Blast. My
Uh,
favorite drink ever.
I was gonna say you must really like Baja if
I
you commissioned a
love
man to make them.
Baja. I love Baja. And this is when we go fishing. This is when I play big bass. I like to go fishing here. And my rod actually, I can cast it
Dude,
and it
that
goes
looks
up and
so
down.
good.
Let's see if I got any more in here. I take the vest off. Oh, the cowboy corn. Now, this is one of my favorites here. This is one of my favorites. And I have a lasso over here somewhere. Let's see. There's the clown again. And the king. Oh, there's the outfit there. I got my wand and my hat there for the wizard. And my
Got your
steak
visor
visor. Oh, here we go. The pirate one. There we go, boys.
with the
I got a
blundergat.
turkey one, but I guess I didn't bring the turkey.
And it
And a couple more I didn't bring, I don't believe.
I love the corn features that are actually on the gun
Oh,
itself. That
here's
looks
my
so
helmet
good.
and shield and stuff. I found it.
There we
Here it
go.
is, boys. Really nice, though. Really nice. I
No,
didn't
dude,
think the suitcase was that big, bro.
All of yours look so incredibly good. Besides Burnt Peanut, I don't know of anybody else that's doing costumes like you are. Like the
I try,
variety
man.
and the quality.
Let's see if we can get this one here. I'll just chill out here with the cowboy if that's fine with you.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say my two favorite. Okay, hold on. I have to give three. The Starlight one is just fucking perfect. That
The
one's so
Starlight one
good.
is good. The Starlight one. Oh, and the tuxedo one. I just got that
Yeah,
one today.
I was gonna say the Starlight one, the one that you're wearing right now, the cowboy with the I forgot what they call those, but with the blanket,
Say
the
the hat.
corn, uh, and the hat. Oh, dude. And then the tux.
Custom detail.
I might be biased, but the tux is just it's so good. Very
It's
form
nice,
fitting. You
man.
can see every kernel, you know?
I love them. I love them. And I got a couple more on the way as
Yeah.
well that we're working on. And I'm working on, CK's working on the outfits, and I'm working on my own scenes, which has been a handful. And I actually thought about, if you want me to be honest with you, I thought about trying some of that content, is maybe like streaming me making those scenes,
Yeah. I think that's a
you know,
great idea.
just as a pastime, might as well throw up the live,
Exactly.
just to see.
And that's good content for other platforms as well. It's like I've been thinking about something similar to do with TikTok because like obviously TikTok doesn't allow gambling, they don't allow smoking weed, they don't allow promoting weed. They don't even allow vaping over there. So, I've been trying to think of ways that I can try to reconnect with the audience over there. And if I'm going to be sitting here making virtual environments like the one that we're in today, I might as well.
Which is amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Thank you. I like shout out to Unreal for having such an actually great platform to be able to do stuff on
Big
this
shout out
with.
Unreal.
But it's getting over that hump of learning how to use Blender correctly. That's the big one. Like, God,
Can I take a quick
3D
second?
modeling shit is so hard. That's
It
why
is.
CK is so impressive to me. The fact that he's able to
Yeah.
bust out all of these costumes for you and they look
Quick
fantastic.
too. He done let me tell you, he done the tuxedo one
Mhm.
like in just a couple hours. Like I asked him last night, I was like, "Hey man, I got a podcast I need to go to in the morning. Do you think you can get me a tux ready? Do you think you can go out and buy me a tux?" He said, "Sure thing, boss. I got you."
That's
And
he's the one that did
sure thing. I
the
woke up this
beanie that
morning
I
and
have
there was
on.
a
Uh
tux at my doorstep right there waiting.
it was freshly
Perfect size.
pressed.
It fit just right too. You know.
Yeah, no, again, big shout out to CK. He's the one that made he made our squeeze and garlic beanie, and I've been meaning to get him to make some more, but like obviously that comes with getting more money. That's the what that crosses over into the gambling aspect of it of like I can't take money away from like what I'm going to use to eat to justify making a costume for my little garlic thing. It would be
Well,
cool, but
let me ask you this: if you were going to get an outfit, what outfits would you get
um,
besides the beanie, of course?
that's a good question.
Yeah, because
So
I've showed you a lot of possibilities. Like
yeah,
there's all sorts of stuff that you can get that there's out there for the garlic. I'm sure there's garlic sized clothes.
so one of the ones that I was thinking about was like a Rasta type one where it has like the Rasta beanie with the dreadlocks coming out.
Yeah,
I know that he was working on the physics that like the when I got this beanie, he hadn't fully worked on doing the physics of it, so that's why it's kind of glued to the head. Um,
yeah.
I was thinking about doing the Rasta one, and I was it's more in line. I'm trying to think of things that are in line with the content that I'm going to be making. So I'm the big issue here is that I don't have a body. It's like you're able to do a full suit and whatnot because you have a body. Mine, I have to think of it like Mike Wazowski. What is something that Mike Wazowski could wear? Um, So I've been mulling that over. I've really only landed on the hats.
Well,
It'd be cool to get a suit. That would be nice for the interviews. That would be cool.
okay.
I hope you guys have been enjoying the episode so far. Redcorn is an absolute G, and he wanted to make sure that you guys get rewarded for making it this far into the episode. So if you head over to redcornrewards.com and you click on the raffle tab, you can see that there's a raffle open up for this video. The keyword for it is summoning skull. Be sure to enter it the same way that I'm putting it on screen now. You might be the lucky winner, so be sure that you're catching Redcorn when he's live on Kick. That is kick.com/Redcorn. We were able to go over your upbringing into becoming the Redcorn. We were talking about your time over on Twitch, the stuff that you were doing before you started streaming, the HVAC. In 15 years, let's just look like 15 years down the road. Where do you want to be? What is it that you want to be doing?
Well, if the picture's painted with the perfect paint, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting right there where I'm sitting right there where I'm sitting right now, brother. Just doing the same thing I'm doing. My kids are in school. You know, my wife's hopefully retired by then too. You know, I don't know. She wasn't working. I was able, luckily, Steak was good enough to where it's retired me and it's retired her too.
Yeah.
Like I was paying for everything just by doing this, but she hates getting stuck in the house and she wants to get out. And she's the type of young lady who likes to have her own funds and don't like to ask for everything, even though she knows I'll give it to her. You know, I'll give her whatever she wants. But she just likes having her own. So she's picked up her old job back at the city in our city here.
Yeah.
And but hopefully by then, you know, she'll find a nice little hobby or something in 15 years that she won't have to go to work for. And Eddie will be treating us real nice by then. You know,
Hey,
Eddie will be treating us real nice by then.
I was gonna say is that if 15 years down the road you're still streaming with Steak, that obviously something went right with that. If you're able to make this last for a decade and a half, is there what when will you know that you're a success? Like, is there a metric that you have where you know, like, hey,
I'll never be a success.
Never.
I'll never be it. And it's not like you laugh, but I'm in my mindset. The day that I become successful is the day that I start acting different. I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? That my mindset changes. That I stop trying to reach for something greater. You know, I stop trying to better the corn the day that I become successful. So I hope to never become successful. I hope to always become better and better every day. And it's
Okay.
not just a stagnant, you know, a stagnant place to where I have to wonder what I'm gonna do next. You know, I hope that it's always entertainment. I hope that I can bring laughs. I hope that I can bring joy. I hope that I can bring tears. Good tears, of course. Good tears.
The good ones, yeah.
Tears of joy, brother. But I hope I can not seriously though. I mean, I don't know if that was a little, you know, too harsh, but that's true. I mean, I really hope. I hope in reality, I hope to become successful, but you know what I mean? I never want to look at it as, oh, look, I finally made it. Let me stop or
Yeah.
let me get comfortable.
You want to keep that hunger.
I've worked so hard to get to where I'm at now to try to settle,
Mhm.
you know?
Like, see,
I've
this is
worked
the
too
thing.
hard to get here to settle.
I gotta gas you up just a little bit more, just because, like, I want to say that you are successful. You might not be, like, you're not like to the train wrecks where you're doing $2 million depots, fucking sending $2,000 spins on fucking slots and shit like that. You know, maybe that's the ceiling. But out of all
I don't
the
know
other
if I could spend
streamers,
that if I had it, brother. Let's just be. I don't know what kind of sick mind you got to be in, brother.
I don't know
$2,000
either.
to spend is just absurd
It
to
is.
me. For it to dead spin and you be okay and spend another one like it's nothing.
Not just that, but he
That's
sticks
crazy.
on to like 250 spins turbo, $2,000 spins on 666.
That's crazy, dude. That is crazy, bro. I could
um,
never.
but what I was saying is like you're out of all the other streamers that I'm really associated with, you're the one that I identify as doing something that is the most unique. It's like you've entered into this world of like embracing being a gambling VTuber. Or a C-tuber, is that what we would call you? A corn tuber?
A G tuber, a
G-
gambling tuber.
there we go, G-tuber. That
I don't know
works.
any other gambling VTubers like really out there though. To
Nope.
be honest,
No,
I
exactly.
think I might be the very first.
I think that you might be the first and the biggest on it. And I think that's one of the things that keeps on. You got what? You got at least from when I was sitting in your stream today, you got at least 5 to 10 new followers of people just
Yeah,
hopping
I
in
got
here.
pretty new followers. Yeah,
Yeah,
I get
people
a
just
lot of
looking at
followers
you
every
like,
day, and that's
wait a
something that
second.
I'd have never thought
Yeah.
that'd happen. Is the days that I would, might miss a follow. That is absurd, but it happens.
Yeah.
It happens like in the spare of a moment. If there's something happening on the slot, or I'm hype, or I'm giving it, an announcement or something, I might miss a follow now, and to think it's crazy. And I want to be better. I want
Yeah.
to be better. Honestly, I want to be better.
No, I think that it's important that you are like that you have that mindset of I want to remain hungry. It's like I want to be able to constantly keep on improving and not get to the point where I'm like resting on my laurels, stuff like that, you know? I think that's
Yeah.
incredibly important for somebody like yourself, which again, you were able to retire from your normal job and not just retire, but now you're able to start your own gig. Like you're able to start your own
Yeah.
business, chasing
Started my own business
the
and still
dream.
doing what I love. Yeah.
Yeah,
Chasing the dream, but there's a lot of chasing left. There's a lot
absolutely.
of chasing left, man.
I think that's what's going to be something that really, really leads to your future success in this industry is that you are approaching it that way. There's so many people out there that like as soon as they start making a couple G's a month from a deal that they have with the casino, they just think that they're big shit. Like in that, oh, I'm already at the peak because one company gave me $20,000. Life doesn't end at $20,000. Life
No,
starts
sir.
to end when you start to reach the billions. You know,
Yeah.
the
Well, I
the big
mean, even then
numbers.
it can go quick.
Yeah,
It can go quick.
Lord, do I know that gambling is a
It can go
fickle
quick, brother.
bitch.
No matter how much you got, it's just more to lose. It can all
Absolutely.
go quick.
So I had to gas you up a little bit, especially for your viewers the voiceless viewers that are here. I would like to consider myself a part of that community. Before we became friends, that's what I was. I was out there enjoying the Redcorn, watching you chase the big win on Rain Bet, or you fucking absolutely killing it on Rain GG. You got me into cases. That's how good you were doing. Watching you rip sticks, dude. Like, uh,
Hey, Steve,
if
this is where I was at on my call. You remember the McCall?
yeah, the
The little
macaws,
$5
dude.
McCall,
Shit.
bro. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
We're gonna have to do
But
that
hey,
again someday.
Hold on for a second, though. I want to give you guys some appreciation too, man, because you guys have supported me since a very long time too, man. And I mean, it don't go unrecognized either. You and Morgan both have been there, and it helps out more than just gambling under a code. You guys pull up to the stream. You guys, show some love when you can. You guys gamble under the code when you can, and it's none of it's expected. By the way, whether you do it or not, I want you to know this 100%. We're still gonna be boys, whether you play another dime under the code, whether you gift another sub, whether you cheer another bit, whether you pull the stream up again. I still got a lot of respect for y'all boys, and I'll be the first to say I don't think you guys should take heed to anything because y'all also have a good thing coming for you, and y'all put a lot of effort and time into your content as well that I can see. As far as the gambling stuff, the gaming stuff, you say that the views fall off, but that they come with time. And I'm telling you, you're gonna get it because you're enjoyable to talk to, brother. Listen, if you are like mainly the person after I get done streaming and I do my daily duties throughout the day, y'all are who I pull up at night. Y'all are who I pull up at night. I'm gonna be honest.
That's high praise. That's high praise right there.
I sit here and I'm being honest. I don't multi-stream. I don't pull up multiple. I pull up y'all, and it's because I enjoy just talking. Whether y'all are gambling, whether y'all are gaming, whether y'all are giving me free elytras in Minecraft, whatever it is, bro. Whatever it is, I really enjoy. Y'all boys are good at making content too, and don't let it slip. Don't let it slip.
We're trying. Like this is the main thing, and like to anybody that's watching that is a viewer from Kick or TikTok or from any of these other communities, it's like our goal with this specifically is that like we want to be able to get to that point where we are like we want to be able to do content for a living. Like that's something that we have been striving for the last couple of years. And a big part of that, and it makes me feel bad because like whenever I go onto the stream and I talk about this, I don't want the viewers, the people that are coming in here and supporting us, to feel like that they're our problem, because it's not. Like they're the reason why we continue doing this. People like yourself are the reason that we want to continue doing this. But then obviously it gets to the point of like, I need to figure out a way to pay for healthcare. Like I need to make sure that if I end up breaking a leg, I'm not just going to have to set it myself and hope to God that I don't die. So that's one of the big reasons why we started doing these interviews, is because I see this as being a good route towards something like that, where we can start getting some people like SasquaTHCa to start sponsoring these episodes so that we can then invest into doing more. Eventually, I want to get to the point that I could go out to Vegas and fly people like you out for a weekend so that we can, and not just a one day interview or a 1 hour interview, but like we could actually make some real ass content, not just gambling, going out there and shooting guns, going out there and racing each other on the track, shit like that. That's the goal. And I feel like that we're on our path towards that right now. With the great guests that we've been getting, yourself, Blonde Rabbit. There's a couple of them. I'm not going to announce them yet, but there's a couple of people with over 1 million followers on TikTok. One person that I've been talking to that was on America's Got Talent that I might be able to get brought in here. With people like that, making connections with people like that, I think that it's just going to help us exponentially grow. And I'm really hoping that by the end of this year, it's something that we could be doing consistently and not just as a side hustle, a side gig. Because like I treat this like it's my main job, but obviously I have to figure out a way to keep on paying the bills.
Yeah. Well, continue to treat it like your job, though.
Yeah.
And it'll come true.
It's a hard thing to not do, is treat it like my job, because of me going to college for this. It's like I've said it on stream, but I'm a Boise State alumnus, and I got a degree in what's called integrated strategic communications. And the whole point of that is like it could have gone multiple ways. I could have gone the route of being a lawyer. I could have gone the route of being like an HR person. The route that I chose was to, like, I really wanted to make content. Not just make content, but I wanted to be a part of content creation. So I was learning how to become a social media manager. At least 6 times while I was in school, I went down to Vegas to interview fighters from Idaho. Like, I don't know how I was able to fucking work that one out, but I literally went to Vegas as a college assignment. it's hard for me to not approach this like an actual job, because it is. Like, this would be my actual job. I just haven't found anybody to manage, like, like to be the person to tell a creator which route that they should take. And hopefully eventually we will get to that point, because like my big goal was to start like my own management company, create a like a an affiliate network similar to what I did with SasquaTHCa, where I'm going out and contacting businesses for a pool of creators. I'm really hoping that we get to that point. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling at this point. I'm dwelling, a little garlic dwelling here. But I will say that we're not discouraged. Like, we while we may be moving away more from doing gambling every day, we're not to the point that like I'm giving up, or that I'm ready to just call it quits. Like, I'm not to that point yet. Come back in 6 months and ask me the same question, though. Like, that's going to be the main thing.
Well, listen, this goes back to what you were just saying, but also back to my little story on I went up and down too. I went and I had 3 viewers, 16 viewers, 30 viewers, back down to 3 viewers. It's been a roller coaster, man, and it's not always consistent. It's not always consistent.
Yeah.
But you just have to push through those days, and you'll wonder where people go, and you'll never hear from people again. But it's just part of the journey, man. Just don't give up.
It's the people that stick around.
Going back
That's
down,
the important part.
You going back down and viewers is nothing but just nature taking its course, brother.
Yeah.
If it's nothing but, you need to hear this, nothing but nature taking its course, and just buckle up for the ride is all I got to say.
I appreciate you, Redcorn. I really do. Again, you've been a big part of like why we've been able to evolve our stream, is not just because of viewers like you, but just the fact that we've had conversations like this off stream. Like, we just talked, we've just chopped it up over Discord calls over the past year and a half that we've known each other. So I very much appreciate you, my dude. I hope that you know that.
Yes, sir.
But just to be able to properly cap off this interview, right now, I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of your viewers that are tuning in to learn a little bit more about you. What is something that you'd want to say to them directly? Like, if you, right now, I'm not here, you're alone in the room. If you're just talking to your viewers directly, what would you want to say?
I'd like to say, hey, comments and cobbers, listen here. It's been a wild ride, boys, but you better buckle up, because we got a lot of stuff in store for the cornfield. I said a lot of stuff that you guys didn't know about me. If you guys have any more questions or anything, you know where to find me. And I really appreciate each and every one of you, man. Without my community, you guys, I won't be able to do this here today. And I really appreciate you. And I really appreciate you too, Garlic. Once again, thank you for having me today. And you too, Mr. Morgan, in the background. I appreciate you too, brother.
Morgan is right now
I don't know if he's here.
Wings, so.
But just letting Morgan know that I appreciate him too, man. That he is also a part of the Garlic Squad, and I can't forget him either. I appreciate Morgan too, along with you too, man. Absolutely. And thank you for having me today as well.
No, for sure, my dude. And if I could just ask one more thing, can I just get a let's ride out of you?
Let's ride!